Hi, I'm Jake Cadwell with Cross Country Mortgage, and this is Whiteboard Wednesday, where each week we meet at the whiteboard to learn a little bit more about mortgages, since it is one of the biggest investments of your life and one of the first steps to building wealth. And today we are talking about what is an appraisal gap. Now, appraisal gap has become a very popular term lately because you essentially need one to win an offer. Not always, but it definitely helps. Now, appraisal gaps are something that a lot of people haven't heard of. So I just kind of wanted to break it down by giving you an example of what you can expect if you do offer an appraisal gap. So for this example, let's say that there's a home listed for sale for $400,000. Now, to win the offer, you offer $420,000 plus a $10,000 appraisal gap. So, what does this mean exactly? How does it affect you? Well, it's all going to be determined on the appraised amount. So, if the home appraises for $420,000, and let's say that you're putting 10% down just for easy numbers, your down payment would be $42,000 plus nothing. It appraised for the sales price. So we don't have to worry about the appraisal gap at that point. But what if the appraisal comes in under? It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen sometimes, so we have to be prepared for that. So, if the home appraises for $410,000, what does that mean? Well, it means that you agreed to that $10,000 appraisal gap, so you're okay with that money. So we're gonna keep the sales price of $420,000, and so we're gonna keep that 10% down payment, plus you have to make up that difference between these two. So you would be expected to bring in an additional $10,000 at closing. But what if the appraisal comes in even lower? What does that mean? Well, let's say that the appraisal came in at $400,000. Now, you agreed to have a $10,000 appraisal gap. So that means you would have to come in at a sales price of $410,000. It depends upon what the seller wants to do, if that extra $10,000 will make or break the deal. But if they are okay with it, you are expected to stay with that $10,000 appraisal gap. So you're willing to offer $10,000 over what it appraises for. So the sales price would be $410,000. Okay, so that would mean 10% down, easy numbers. So that would be a $41,000 down payment plus the appraisal gap of $10,000. So there's a lot of different variables with an appraisal gap. You don't always have to offer the gap of the difference of amount, but the seller will have an idea whether or not what they feel it'll appraise for. So again, a lot of variables. And one question that I've heard quite a bit recently is about lender appraisal gap coverage. That's kind of a certain scenario that I love to answer any questions that you have, but I hope this helps. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out at any time. And once again, thanks.